Hey, K-12 graders and parents. Picture yourself as a college superhero ready to conquer any class, online, Zoom, or in person, like an epic mission in a comic book. Each class format demands unique superpowers to triumph, and we're here to unlock them with exciting tips, real-world examples, and a dash of inspiration from the Bible. As Proverbs 16:3 says, "Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will succeed." Ready to suit up and soar? Let's jump into the adventure. Asynchronous online classes are like a solo quest in a video game. No set class times, just you, your laptop, and platforms like Canvas. Here's your superhero toolkit to dominate this mission. Be your own hype squad. Tell yourself, I'm crushing this history quiz by 7 p.m., even when TikTok or gaming calls your name. Proverbs 25:28 warns, a person without self-control is like a city with broken down walls. Parents, younger students often need a nudge to stay on track. College classes are independent. Professors won't chase you about due dates like middle school teachers. Try daily 5-minute check-ins with your teen, asking, what's on your task list today? This builds discipline early, a skill many adults still struggle with. Unlike K-12, where a D might let you scrape by, a D in college is a failing grade. Parents, you're the key to teaching discipline at home. School just reinforces it. Plan like a pro gamer strategizing a boss fight. Imagine scheduling your week to read a biology chapter and post on a discussion board by Friday. Stress-free. Use a colorful digital planner or app to make it fun. Asynchronous doesn't mean turn in work whenever. Assignments drop weekly, and you've got about a week to finish. Spread tasks out to avoid last-minute panic. Ever heard of the tortoise and hare? The tortoise wins by staying steady. Students who procrastinate, waiting until 10 p.m. to start when the library's closed and the deadline's 11:59 p.m., often fail. Not because the work's hard, but because they ran out of time. Master online platforms like a tech superhero. Picture uploading your book report to Canvas and double-checking it's sent like launching a rocket to Mars. Learn to navigate discussion boards, quizzes, and file uploads confidently. Craft clear, polite emails. Try. Dear Professor Jones, can you clarify the essay word count? Short, professional, and respectful. This skill makes you stand out as a serious student. Learn like a treasure hunter. Imagine watching a math video on fractions, pausing to solve problems, and checking answers. If lectures bore you, asynchronous classes let you break videos into 10-minute chunks over days. Struggling with reading? Use Canvas's immersive reader to have text read aloud, perfect for dyslexia or reading challenges. But heads up, this helps with reading, not comprehension. If understanding is tough, talk to a counselor about readiness. What's your go-to trick to stay focused on homework? Leave a comment below to level up your solo skills. Is your teen ready for a solo mission? Help them practice now. Borrow study skills books from the library. Ask for teen-friendly ones. If studying isn't your strength, learn together. These habits don't magically appear at 18. Start small to build a confident learner. Teach them diligently to your children. Zoom classes are like a live multiplayer game with your classmates as teammates. You're all online at the same time, so here's how to shine. Be a Zoom master. Test your mic and camera before class to discuss Frankenstein without tech glitches. Nothing's worse than a frozen screen mid-debate. Jump into the action. Raise your virtual hand to share why you love graphic novels in an English Zoom call. Speaking up builds confidence and shows you're engaged. Block out chaos at home. Set up a quiet desk, hide your phone, and zoom into a lesson on ecosystems like a laser-focused hero. Earbuds help tune out siblings or pets. Speak clearly and confidently. Imagine pitching your science project idea in a Zoom breakout room so everyone says, "That's epic." Practice makes you a pro. Jot down key points fast, like capturing clues in a mystery. During a live Zoom on the American Revolution, write bullet points to ace the quiz later. Try muting distractions during a Zoom call this week. How does it feel to focus like a superhero? Create a distraction-free Zoom zone with a fun vibe. Add a poster or plant. Encourage your teen to give their all. As Colossians 3:23 says, work willingly at whatever you do as though you are working for the Lord rather than for people. Check their tech setup to avoid last-minute stress. In-person classes are like starring in a blockbuster movie with desks, whiteboards, and real-time action. Here's your skill squad. Make allies. Say hi to a classmate in algebra and form a study group for the quadratic equations test. Proverbs 17:17 says, "A friend is always loyal, and a brother is born to help in time of need." Connections make class fun and learning easier. Tune in like a detective. Ask your history teacher about the Civil War right after their lecture to show you're locked in. It also helps you remember key facts. Be a class MVP. Arrive early, silence your phone, and wait for a pause to ask about Newton's laws in physics. Respect earns respect. Team up like Avengers. In a biology lab, you might dissect a frog while your partner records observations. Together, you nail the project. Collaboration is key. Stay organized like a pro. Keep a folder for English essays so you can grab your To Kill a Mockingbird analysis instantly. No more lost papers. In-person classes require maturity. If staying seated or focused is tough, stick to online classes for now. College professors aren't trained to manage K-12 behaviors like high school teachers are. Team up with a classmate on a project. What makes it awesome or tricky? Leave a comment below. Supervise minors, under 18, before and after class. Or if a class is canceled early. Plan drop-off and pick-up to keep your teen safe. Your support makes a difference. Dual enrollment is like a superpower, but not everyone's on board. Here's why some hesitate, and how to think about it with wisdom. Some families lack reliable transport to get to campus. This can lead to frustration as they worry their kids will fall behind peers whose parents can drive them. Ecclesiastes 7:10 reminds us, "Do not say, 'Why were the old days better than these?' For it is not wise to ask such questions. Instead of envy, focus on solutions like online classes or carpooling. Textbooks and supplies aren't always free, and some parents expect government funding to cover everything. While costs can be a hurdle, many colleges offer zero textbook cost or low textbook cost. Proverbs 21:5 says, "Good planning and hard work lead to prosperity, but hasty shortcuts lead to poverty." Research scholarships or library options to ease the burden. Some K-12 students aren't ready for college rigor, and parents may fear their kids feeling envious of peers excelling in dual enrollment. It's okay to wait. Build skills first, as 1 Corinthians 3:2 says, "I had to feed you with milk, not with solid food, because you weren't ready for anything stronger." Readiness comes with time. Some parents worry about younger teens mixing with older students, fearing negative influences. While valid, most college classes focus on learning, and professors maintain professionalism. Pray for discernment, as Psalm 32:8 says. The Lord says, "I will guide you along the best pathway for your life. I will advise you and watch over you." If students aren't mature, they may disrupt classes, frustrating professors who aren't trained for K-12 behaviors. Ensure your teen is ready to act responsibly, honoring Romans 13:1. Everyone must submit to governing authorities, for all authority comes from God, and those in positions of authority have been placed there by God. Some students, like an 11th grader with 8th grade math skills, struggle in college courses and blame mean professors for hard exams. Success starts with preparation. Proverbs 24:27 says, "Do your planning and prepare your fields before building your house." Bridge gaps with tutoring or remedial courses first. Talk to a parent about one concern you have about dual enrollment. How can you address it together? You may also leave your concern below. Listen to your teen's worries and pray for guidance. Not every student needs dual enrollment now. Focus on their growth and readiness. Some skills are like all-purpose gadgets, working in every class format. Be a truth seeker. Spot fake news online, question a Zoom debate about climate change, or challenge a novel's ending in class. Proverbs 4:7 says, "Getting wisdom is the wisest thing you can do. And whatever else you do, develop good judgment." Sharp thinking sets you apart. Master the art of learning. Create flashcards for Spanish vocab, rewatch a Zoom on photosynthesis, or highlight key dates in a history book. These habits make tough topics manageable. Keep going after a bad grade or tricky problem. Ask for help from a tutor or professor. Philippians 4:13 says, "For I can do everything through Christ, who gives me strength." You're tougher than the toughest challenges. Rule your schedule. Budget time for online quizzes, art projects, or getting to campus for a literature lecture. Late work often means a 0. Don't bank on extensions. Log into Canvas daily to chip away at tasks and avoid overwhelm. Learn to email professors like a pro. Use professor last name unless they say otherwise. No teacher or miss. Example: Professor Lee, may I schedule office hours to discuss the midterm? Parents, teach your teen this skill. Colleges don't allow parents to contact professors for minors, unlike K-12. Respect authority, as Romans 13:1 says, everyone must submit to governing authorities. Do your own work. Using AI or copying constitutes cheating, and most colleges employ plagiarism detectors. Workshops on using AI with integrity are available at the Learning Resource Center. Proverbs 11:3 says, "Honesty guides good people. Dishonesty destroys treacherous people." Cheating may result in failing the class or expulsion. If your answers are vague, seek tutor feedback. Plan drafts 3 days in advance to allow time for revisions. Most professors don't provide study guides. Learn to take clear notes during lectures or videos. Summarize key points in your own words to lock in learning. Exams vary. Math might cover everything from day 1, with or without formula sheets. History might use weekly discussions instead of tests. Art classes grade your projects. Expect heavy reading. Textbooks dive deep, like analyzing 1 or 2 chapters per week in English. Stay ready. Unlike K-12, college doesn't offer catch-up packets. Miss an assignment? You get a 0, not 50% like some high schools. Due dates are listed there. Professors aren't required to remind you, so check it weekly. Unlike K-12 projects, dual enrollment expects independent effort. Support like a tutor, not a ghostwriter. Losing motivation mid-semester? Reach out to a parent or counselor. A pep talk might help you overcome it. If not, withdraw before the deadline through your college portal to receive a W instead of an F. Visit your college portal for details. When juggling K-12 and college schedules through dual enrollment, you'll quickly notice that academic calendars don't always align. For instance, K-12 spring break often differs from the college's spring break. If your college class is held on your K-12 campus, the campus may be closed during your K-12 spring break, potentially complicating access to resources or classes. To stay on top of this, proactively communicate with your college professor well in advance. Ask about any assignments, exams, or deadlines that might fall during your K-12 spring break. Some professors are accommodating and may avoid assigning work during that week, even if the college is technically in session. Others might assign work earlier, allowing you to complete it before your break begins. However, if a professor assigns work due during your K-12 spring break, don't assume they're being unreasonable. They're treating you like a college student, which is their role. It's your responsibility as a student to clarify expectations and plan accordingly, not the professor's job to remind you of your K-12 calendar. This applies beyond spring break to other holidays and breaks as well. For example, districts like LAUSD may observe specific holidays or closure days that colleges don't recognize. To avoid surprises, compare the academic calendars for both your K-12 school and college early in the semester. Many holidays, like Thanksgiving or winter break, overlap, but some days, like professional development days or district-specific holidays, may only apply to K-12, while others, like college-specific closures, may only affect your college. Keep both calendars handy and note any discrepancies. If a holiday or break affects your ability to attend class or submit work, discuss it with your professor early to explore options, such as submitting assignments ahead of time or accessing online materials. Planning for sick days is equally important. While you can't predict when you'll get sick, it's almost inevitable during the academic year. To minimize stress, work ahead on assignments and projects whenever possible. Staying ahead gives you a buffer if you're under the weather and need a day or two to recover. If you do fall ill, communicate with your professor promptly. Most are understanding if you're proactive and honest. By managing your workload early, you can ensure that sick days don't derail your progress or lead to missed deadlines. Deadlines don't pause. In-person summer classes are your chance to crush those general education credits and have a blast while doing it. Picture this: teaming up with your besties, your parents, cool relatives, or even friends from church for epic group projects that make learning feel like a summer adventure. Whether you're building a robot, creating a short film, or diving into a new subject, these classes are all about hands-on fun and flexing your creativity. But wait, there's more! Summer classes aren't just for school credits. They're a total power-up for your future. Got a parent or relative who's eyeing a promotion or switching careers? Or maybe a church friend who wants to learn new skills? You can all jump into classes together to level up. From coding to graphic design to public speaking, these courses can help you prep for college, score that dream internship, or even start your own side hustle. With chill schedules and topics that spark your interest, summer classes are the ultimate way to make new friends, bond with family, and get a head start on ruling the world, or at least your future career. It's not the end. You can retake the class, and through academic renewal, the failing grade can be excluded from your GPA, though it remains on your transcript. To avoid failing, check your readiness with resources like Am I Ready for Course? Videos. College teaches you how to learn. If a class feels too easy, dive deeper with library books or research. Be like Isaac Newton. Explore beyond the basics. You're the head coach for study skills. Ecclesiastes 4:9 says, "Two people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed." Help your teen organize their backpack, set timers, or create a study nook. Schools offer workshops, but your guidance is key. Start small to build habits that last. Psalm 32:8 says, "I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go." Students and parents, college classes are like epic superhero missions, online, Zoom, or in person. Asynchronous classes need your inner coach and solo explorer powers. Zoom calls, tech wizardry, and focus force. In-person classes thrive on friendship flash and team turbo. Start now. Tidy your desk, speak up in class, or set a study timer. Parents, cheer them on and create study-friendly spaces. Together, you're crafting a college superhero ready to soar. Joshua 1:9 says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Higher education is a marathon, not a sprint. Seek God's guidance. He's always ready to lead. Got questions? Share below, and let's keep the mission going. Subscribe to get access to fun tips, easy-to-follow guides, and clever tricks to jumpstart college early. Learn about dual enrollment, online courses, and more to race toward your dream career.